What up? Chicken legs. Bark, bark. Chicken. Bark, bark. What up? Happy Wednesday, y'all. I'm a little sassy this morning, so I just heads up for everybody. And apparently there's a secret fucking HOA meeting today. And I saw the letter for it the other morning. I think it was Monday. And I was like, of course they put this letter on. There's like a board in the front of the neighborhood. And they put this fucking letter in the tiniest fucking font ever. But it's a budget meeting. And I'm like, these motherfuckers better have sent an email out. And I checked on Monday, they didn't send one out. And then I was like, okay, well, I saw it again this morning walking the dogs. And I ended up coming back home, getting my phone, because I'm notorious at that. But ended up coming back home, getting my phone, going back, taking a photo of it. Because even if you were in the fucking car driving out, there's no way that you could see this shit. But it's literally about the budget. Like, I think, like, if any meeting should be listened to, it should be most definitely that one. So I feel like they're doing some sneaky shit. So I went up there and I took a picture of it. So I need to put, like, a little note in my calendar to do that today. And I haven't decided if I'm going to go in there and stir up a fucking hornet nest, or if I'm going to sit back and just, like, scare them that I'm in there. Because I'm pretty sure that they literally don't want anyone to go to this fucking meeting. And the last time I made it to an HOA meeting, they were like favoritizing so many people. What up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Rare Dutchie sighting, I'm dead. Yeah, sometimes it is rare. I'm okay today. I'm a little annoyed, but I'm not gonna let my whole day to be rocked in that kind of attitude, energy. But I do feel like, I don't know, felt a little on edge. But it's okay. We are the creator of our happiness, right? Oh, they didn't even send a letter out. It's that much of a secret. They put it on the front of the board that nobody fucking looks at, for sure. This is how, literally, I've only been to, I can't remember if I went to 2 and I lumped it in because it was like an hour and a half or some shit. But I know I went to 1 HOA meeting and nobody goes. Nobody goes. And I'm like, yeah, because you guys are all fucking little friends that have never had friends before in your life. And you like kumbaya and make up fucking rules and shit. And there's like a little list. I have to like, I took a picture on my other phone. But there's like a little list of shit that they're trying to adjust. And I seen a couple months ago they were literally doing a budget meeting in person though. And I almost wanted to go. But you know, the time I went to the HOA meeting, they literally asked me to be on the board. And I was like, you couldn't even fucking pay me to be on this board. And the fact that you don't pay me to be on this board, absolutely not. And once again, you couldn't even pay me to be on this shit. But it was enough for me. They were fucking giving like the HOA president, I hate calling him that, but he was like, there was one house that was going to get a letter. And he's like, well, let me go let them know that this is going to happen. I was like, you never let me know, bitch. Like, for years. What the hell are you talking about? Favoritism. And then there's this old grandma that fucking stirs up shit in the neighborhood all the time. And apparently they wanted her to do, her and her not even husband, do yard and rule regulations. And I'm like, you're going to tell me the people that are retired that have nothing to fucking do with their life but their fucking yard because they're that fucking bored are going to do yard and regulation rules, but they don't pay you guys money. They're not part of the HOA. Like, that's not going to work for me. And I'm sure they didn't like that shit. There's also someone else on the board that used to live here that doesn't live here anymore. And I'm like, you're not technically allowed to be on the board anymore. So oh yeah, I would freak out. I'd be like, you guys gotta go on and get. Oh yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm gonna attend that meeting or not. I feel like I should, but it's like a double-edged sword, you know? So I'm like, I feel like I should go regardless, but I'm really deciding I'm gonna sit back, which is not my my strong suit, and just give them the creepy jeebies that I'm in there. Not even, I mean, they'll tighten up that I'm in there because they know they're not gonna fucking get away with shit. I have a pond in my back though, Harches, that they don't maintain back here too, which is another thing to bring up to the board. They just sprayed it this week and they haven't taken care of this shit in months. The shit is like taller than me back there. And there's fucking coyotes and all kinds of fucking wildlife that affects the back because of that kind of stuff. Like, of course, wildlife benefits from some of that, which I'm always about, and don't benefit from you going out there and spraying. How about you maintain the shit? Like, it's annoying. For years, they try to convince me that I had to cut the whole back here, and my property line ends before that. And I was just like, I want it to look nice. I'll do it. I like the workout, whatever. Hold on a second. But no, the reasoning behind that was because they were able to cut down dues from not having to cut out here. And even the dude told me, oh yeah, they only cut out here in the wintertime every few weeks. And then the summertime is every week. I'm like, no, it's not. And they started realizing they were messing with the wrong one because I was like, not only was I bitching about it, my neighbors on the sides were bitching about it because it also affects us as well. Meanwhile, everyone's getting letters for like bullshit things, but they're not even maintaining the back that we pay to be maintained. Ugh, I'm just like, Ooh, the nails may come out today. I don't even think this is like a pond. This may be like a man-created pond, but it comes from another pond. There's a connecting pond on the other side, but when it dries up, it essentially becomes like its own pond. And there's an opening, but the opening barely brings any water from the other side, if any water. So I'm convinced there's like a plug or something in there that holds it back, because when it gets dried up in the summertime, like you can literally walk pretty much the entire back when it's maintained. Yeah, but you don't understand. I've been putting them in their place for years, ever since the shit popped off. And everyone already knows I'm a bitch, and that's okay, because apparently when I was nice, more shit would happen too. So everyone already knows what time it is. But I really want to ask about the budget, because they finally sent out the budget, and that's been years. They used to try to make you go through all these extra layers to get the budget that we should already be given. So what does that mean, and what does that sound like? It sounds like some sketchy shit. There's like miscellaneous boxes and stuff. I'm like, no, no, no. What is this miscellaneous? Where are we fucking putting groceries into your house? Like, I'm lost. Because the amount of dues that everyone pays and the stuff that doesn't get done around here is mind blowing. What up, Paul? I'm sorry you got hidden yesterday, man. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. For real, it is the most important topic, and I think it's really like ironic that they're even doing that. And I know I put that in motion. I don't care what anybody says, because for years they never even fucking mentioned a budget. They were getting away with doing fucking off the wall shit, including fake cameras in the front of the neighborhood. And when the guy was going around doing all this fucking criminal shit in here, I was like, I want access to the front of that camera. Oh, the functionality of the cameras is questionable. And I said, well, my money's not fucking questionable. Like, the hell you mean? I pay every month for these cameras. We all do. And none of us have access but the people on the board, which is only a couple of them. And then they got their secret friends. Dude was telling me I need to go knock on this lady's door and get it. I was like, we're in 2026. I'm not knocking on no one's fucking door. You should be sending that out. I said, we have another neighborhood inside our neighborhood that literally fucking, they have access to the camera, all of them. Why is it not the same? No, I need land. That's what I need, Brian. I'm fucking annoyed with that. I'm trying to like not be annoyed with it, because how you get things done is being factual and not being a hothead. So I have pretty much the day to digest that and figure out what I'm gonna do. What are you talking about, James? Good morning. Good morning. What were these adjustments? I didn't send nothing last night, James. Put a vote. What if I should go to the board meeting? How many acreage, Brian? And where are we talking, anyways? Oh, did you just like send whatever your phone was gonna type, James? You're like, I'm gonna throw Dutchy off. That's my goal. 5, almost 6. And what's on the land? Nothing? Don't tell me there's like a power plant behind it or some shit. Yeah, James, that's just how Harch has asked. I told him before, I was like, when you ask if we're okay, it feels like, wait, am I not supposed to be okay? What's going on? Honestly feel like now I know it's Harch has, so I was like, before I was like, is this a trick question? I think I'm also like bothered that my literal next door neighbor appears like he's probably going to be selling his house. I looked it up last night, but nothing yet. And that's giving me a lot of anxiety because this neighborhood's already a fucking whack job. So it could be something that's actually really nice, you know? Maybe this person won't take the HOA shit. But I mean, that's wishful thinking, or the neighborhood shit, because there's a couple people in my circles too that think that they fucking own the neighborhood or something. One of the dudes thinks that he just like tells everyone how to live their fucking life, and he's talked so much shit about me because he's not gonna tell me how to live my fucking life. I'm like, that's cool. You can tell the girl across the street how to live her fucking life while you don't pay for her bills, take care of anything at her house, and etc. And she can lick your toes. I'm not fucking doing that. It goes for all of them. She even said to me one time, I just know how to deal with old people. I was like, no, you just know how to fucking get manipulated by someone that's not even your fucking dad or uncle or anyone that you really care about. Oh my God, James. Whoa. It was like dark humor. Yeah, I don't think the cowboy and Indian time is gonna work here. I don't know. I mean, I, if there's already a house on the land, then that could help because obviously just buying land, you have to have an idea of a home if you're trying to live on it and not do farming or hardcore farming. But I don't want to buy a junker either because I'm not trying to fucking invest and have to buy all the new things and all the things and then and or tear down a home because it's so bad. Yeah, I hate people that aren't like running your life to run your life. Like that's not gonna work for me. And they don't like me. Some of them think I'm fucking hilarious, and I know that some of them are like, "Wow, she's got some courage." I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm not gonna be fucking bullied. Yeah, I don't ask you to take care of none of my things. You don't take care of me, and even if you did, there's still a line of respect and shit. And the fact that you don't, there's literally more like aggravation behind that because you think that you have the right to tell me X, Y, Z. What's wrong with the house? How big is the house? And take all this with a grain of salt though, because it's like this is YouTube, this is the internet, and I'll definitely be doing my own research as I'm going along. But as I said yesterday, I know there's still stuff that I need to learn here. But this morning I woke up like, what the fuck, pretty much. Especially thinking that I'm gonna get a literal next door neighbor soon that I have no idea of what walk of life that's gonna come about. And it plays effects for me and the pups, so it just like it's a lot of anxiety because I feel like I already have no fucking peace here. So it's no fun. And then the HOA bullshit. I was like, it's today. So me and the dogs went on an extra long walk this morning, around and around and around. And then fucking I ended up was like, I need to get a photo of this stupid shit. So I came back and checked my email and I was like, of course they didn't send an email for the budget meeting. Of course. So I was like, I probably really should attend this and take some notes. Yeah, can you imagine, James? You'd be sitting outside all day. I'd be like, James, go inside. And actually, I'd be like, you like pina coladas? I know my neighbor's freaking out, though, because it's not a good situation for him, so. And he's old as hell. And I know the neighbor that's next to him, the guy cuts his grass like every day. He was literally cutting his grass yesterday at 6:30. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. And I'm like, does he even know? And then, now I think about it, with the people coming yesterday to take photos, I was like, he probably knew they were coming today and he wanted his yard to look good in the photos. But he actually used to be so fucking mean to me. And then he started being nice to me because he realized that he had no reason to be mean to me. So now he actually waves after like 10 years. He didn't wave. Like he actually waves now. But he has a stutter and I don't give a fuck. Like I grew up with people that had stutters and you just navigate through and like help them however. But of course people get embarrassed by that, which is fine. Like, it would make sense. But I think that he understood that I wasn't judging him off that. And then there was another time someone stole his mail from his mailbox and I was like, I asked him, I'm like, did you know that? And he was like, no. And I think he thought like, are you like telling the truth? So I went inside and I got my fucking phone and I came back out and I was like, yeah, I just seen this shit the other day. And he was shocked. I'm talking about shocked. Dude had been like zip tying his mailbox and shit. His mailbox was like holding on by a fucking thread. I'm like, you got a brand new truck, a fucking boat, like you literally like don't even got your house probably paid off either. When he doesn't, because he told me he didn't. And then he got a new fucking truck, and I was shocked. And then the new truck already needs brakes. You hear that shit every fucking day. So I'm like, you couldn't buy a mailbox though? I mean, I know people's priorities are like all over the place, but that don't make sense. You gotta go buy a fucking almost $100,000 fucking truck that you're gonna have to pay off until you probably croak. But then you were zip tying your mailbox. It's wild. Yeah, back in 2018, the market was way different. You only sit outside for 2 hours? All right, I'll learn your time block. Yeah, but what's the structure of the home? Is the house falling apart? You need new plumbing? You need anything? Because there's always like hidden things. Where is this located? Duct tape. I cannot. Yeah, you know what's funny is that he got a new mailbox, but he didn't replace like the part that holds the mailbox. And I saw the other day that he zip tied it and put sticks to hold the mailbox down. I was like, creative, I guess. Creative. I ain't buying no $100,000 fucking vehicle at all. When I had my car repaired a few years ago because they fucking tried the fuck out of me, and I went to fucking battle for that shit. You have no idea. That's another story for another day. And some weasel mechanic was trying to fucking outschool me because he thought because I am a woman that he could fucking bullshit me some shit on a stick. And he was shocked that I'm breaking down the anatomy of a car. Like, you're a fucking liar. Like, this not gonna work for me. But I ended up going to another dealership after because I was like, you're not ever even looking at my car. My car came back with nails in the tires, Joe. Like, they were so pissed off at me, but I was like, all right, you're giving my fucking car back. It was a whole thing. And at that point, my car wasn't even fucking paid off yet. So I'm sitting here paying off a car that's not even fucking running because you guys are cheap bastards and put in like fucking glue instead of real parts in a car that's like not fucking $5. So it's pretty annoying. I will never ever get another car. It must be crazy, and I'm not even gonna manifest that. I will never ever get another car unless it's cash first. I'm not fucking the financing stuff of a car is the dumbest thing that anyone could do. And what kills me the most is like when people get Teslas. Hey, I will always shop at the Dollar Tree. I love the Dollar Tree, but make me laugh when people have like they live in an apartment and they're driving a Tesla, or they fucking literally are driving a Tesla at the Dollar Tree and shit. But I'm like, you're never gonna fucking pay this car off, or you'll end up getting another one, like most people fucking do, and then have a forever car payment. Meanwhile, your priorities are all over the place and don't even have anything to like. What are you gonna live in your car? Like, I think a home is more important than a fucking car. Like, a car is obviously important too, depending on where you live, especially. But it's like, I don't know, priorities. Yeah, I would throw you some seed like I do for the ducks. I'll be like, oh, here you go, James. I got you a pina colada. Yeah, but that's the thing. Some things are worth the repair if you have a good mechanic or if you know how to do it. That's how they get you because they know that most people don't know how to do it, and then you're gonna pour blind trust into a mechanic to tell you that you don't have stupid things happening that aren't happening. Okay, Brian. You said almost 5 to 6. I don't have an email currently. I'll keep you posted. I'm assuming this is in the States, right, Brian? Well, that worked out for you, didn't it? Depreciation's for real. Like some cars, you literally leave the lot and you've lost all the money you paid or are still going to pay. Still has a cassette tape player. That's amazing. I would still be driving my 300ZX, 1988. Honestly, like the value for things like no, uh, no, that's not gonna work. I think it's crazy that a lot of these cars, they're built and they make it seem like they're literally brand new, but meanwhile you may run into an issue just a year or two into it and then you have to pay all that out of pocket. Yeah, things get crazy. I think honestly though, now that things have changed, like I wanted a 370 whenever I wouldn't say got rid of my 300, but I was like, you know what, I deserve something after like dealing with old school problems for so long. I was like, I deserve like a newer version of this car because I love the car too. But even at that point, this was a while ago. This is like fucking almost 10 years ago. They were still like 40,000, 30,000, and I should have just did it because in hindsight, the car still would have been paid off around the same time my other one was paid off. So anyways, everything happens for a reason, but I'd probably still get a 370, and by the time I get one, they'll be way cheaper. They got the 400s now, but I don't really like them. I'd have to drive one, but I said before, I don't think I would really go back to a two-seater. That would just be like a fun little cruise car, but that's like not on my agenda. Or before I would go spend fucking crazy amount of money on something like that again, that makes no sense for me. You're better off like thrifting a car. Sometimes even grandmas and grandpas get rid of their cars for dirt cheap. Ain't had nothing wrong with it. Only went to the damn grocery store and back for 30 years, and you can get them for cheap. Like there was a grandpa down the street from me years ago that sold a Mercedes. And yeah, it was like a little bit of an older school Mercedes, but shit looked brand new. Like you could tell he only went to the grocery store. There were so many people trying to buy that fucking car. So many people. That shit went in like an hour max. And you know how much? 1,500. 1,500. And you just got grandpa's car that was never even driven and you lucked out. But people are like, oh, I'm getting a brand new car. No issues. I'm like, little do you know, and most of those people don't even know how to put gas in their car appropriately. Some of the cars though, like they're worth like way more. Some cars actually go up in value. Oh, good lord. I'm in the live right now and this shit pops up for direct messaging. I'm like, really? And it's like making me just to click it. What the fuck is happening? My brain just like doesn't need all this right now. What was that? Like, really, YouTube? Piggyback ride? I cannot. Always be nice to old people. I was always really nice to old people until the little croaks of my neighborhood. That honestly has showed me where you can go with life and be fucking miserable in your golden years, which is really pathetic. Exactly my point, Paul. What up, Nat? Hello, mate. Yeah, the DM on YouTube, I don't know. But I think it was interesting that Brian was just trying to send me this shit, so. What up, last beer? Happy Wednesday. That's my point, Jesse. Exactly. It's all about using your resources too. Like, they hope that you go to a dealership and feel like you're getting into a brand new car. And you know, it's crazy. The dealership that tried to screw me over several years ago, they still send me sketchy ass letters without return address, trying to get me into a car and stuff. And I ended up looking them up online to see how many other people had experienced horror stories from them. Wow. Wild. Wild. I honestly didn't go through nearly as much as some people. It's crazy. But I went through a lot. It was like I had 6 months without a car. Imagine. In a city that you need a car. Like, so I'm like, what the flying fuck? It was no fun. I ended up having to like get a whole thing involved. It was a whole mess. It was a whole mess. But I won my case, and they had to fix my car for free after they tried to lie to me. But I know they're definitely under investigation, or were, still is. Thanks for stopping in, James. Sesame Street. As easy as 1, 2, 3. Dude up. I'll make sure I leave that pina colada out there for you. Oh, thanks so much, Rim. That's so sweet. I don't know about the best. I'm just all over the place. Y'all probably won't see me doing sleeping streams. I'll leave that to Rhodey. Oh my gosh. I was eating my salad last night and I was like, are these fucking raisins? But no, they were craisins. Random food for thought. Well, I'll thankfully, just keep climbing along the way. It may take me a little bit longer to get land, but I know I gotta get out of this. I cannot. I just need like peace. I don't want to see people around living nearby. Sounds sad to say, but I don't want to be like an hour away from a town by far. Like, I don't want that. I've done that growing up, and that's not something what I want. But I definitely want to look out in the morning and just see like wildlife and nature and I see that now, so I do have silver lining. That's one reason why I've stayed so long here. But yeah, it's crazy. I almost got land twice. I was saying this the other day. I almost got land twice, and both times it was a shitty, crazy situation that ended up being way shittier than imagined. And the land was the same amount of acreage, roughly, both lands. So I know that the universe is going to teach me a third time's the charm situation. I know that. I resonate with that. I feel that. But the waiting game isn't always fun. You know what I mean? To the closest town. So then what's in the town? Do you guys have like grocery stores? Like, that's crazy. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. What are you talking about? Me being random? It'll happen. I need to write a letter to myself. You know, I wrote a letter like several years ago, like Jim Carrey, and like predicted a lot of things to happen, which was cool. I haven't finished that entire like letter of goals. Like I know that there's still some things that are left, including including the land. But I needed to revamp a new letter to the universe. 700, that's insane. Is that even a thing? Are you talking to Jesse, Bama? What up, Bama? Howdy, howdy. That's insane. So you would be driving an hour to the grocery store there and back? That's crazy, Rim. How do? How do? Bama, my HOA is having a meeting today, and I think they want it to be secretive because they didn't email it, and I bitched about that before. But it's a budget meeting. I think I'm gonna do a poll with I live in a little while, like live. Should I go to the board meeting? Yeah, that makes sense. I guess we live in a time that you could get delivery. That's crazy for the drivers that drive out there. I guess if they have multiple stops, it would be worth it, but oh, I know you're not talking about Trump. Well, we scratch him off the list. Yeah, well, they're little wimps. They don't do it in person. They did an in-person one where only the board members could be there, and then you still would have to call in because they know they're gonna get shredded up by anyone that goes in there, especially the ones that have been bullied for years. But the one HOA meeting, I thought I went to two, but I really think it was one. It was just long as hell. Um, there was nobody in there. And I was like, oh, is this a common thing? Because that would make sense of why you guys make all the decisions and no one gets a fucking say. Yeah, which president? Yeah, ask your mom. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to go live from the HOA for security reasons, but yeah, that would be a treat. And they don't do Zoom calls, so it's all on phone. Like they don't even want to see people get mad. Bama, no way. I don't believe it. Bama, is that you? Bama, what is your profile picture now? I think I see a dog. And Jesse changed his profile picture yesterday too. Is that someone in the photo with you, Jesse? Who's that? Paw tattoos? Actually, I've thought, like, in the future, I said before I want to get my other tattoos touched up before I get anything else. But I definitely would like a tattoo of, like, my animals, which would probably be multiple tattoos. But I think the dogs would look really cool, like a side by side somewhere, maybe on my other shoulder or something. I don't know. Wow, really funny. Speaking of, they're back there cutting, but they're only cutting some of the area. They do that shit on purpose. When there's meetings and stuff, they'll go around and make sure that they've done what they were supposed to do from the last meeting. They think they're slick. Like coming out here and spraying this week after not giving a shit. That's an interesting rim. Do you have any animals? Do you have horses? The natural spring stuff is really cool. No? Did you post on the community? I haven't checked my notifications this morning. I actually haven't checked them in a couple days. Um, I saw, I clicked on it yesterday and I saw your notification and I responded, but I haven't seen any other ones. When did you post? Today? Yeah, I finally opened up my community board like months ago. And I'm so bad at posting on it myself. And I actually, I did like, I think it was Jesse that said the other day, we're subscriber only in the chats. But I did, you have to be a subscriber for a week. What you hear? Did you? Did you both post on my community? Damn, I honestly forget about the community tab. I honestly, when I jump on YouTube, for the most part, I go straight to live, or I'll see sometimes if what my people may have posted, because I like to share support back. Oh my gosh, I have to check it out. No way. I thought nobody gave a shit. To be fair, I don't know if anyone knew that I opened up the board. I don't know if it tells you guys that that's a thing. I guess it's on my page, on everyone's page. If you set it up, hold on a second. If you set it up, there's a community tab and people can post things on there, or you can post things. Before I took away the option of people being able to post, because I was kind of like, what the hell am I going to deal with, And then a couple months back, I was like, you know what? I don't think anyone gives a shit. So I'm going to go ahead and just open it up. But I opened it up to, you had to be a subscriber for at least a week or something. Did you really? I have to check it out. Like I said, I always forget about the community tab. I posted in there a few times, but I didn't have it open to the public until recently, or the last couple months. Yeah, like Facebook, because everyone wants to know what you're eating for lunch, right? Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't want horrendous things being posted on there. But you can post like what's going on. Maybe you see something in wildlife, or maybe you see a Dutch Shepherd or a Belgian Malinois. Maybe you went fishing. Maybe you want to show your animals or your pups too, Yeah. So good things in the community tab. It's sad that I have to say that, but y'all know what I mean. I'll have to check. Oh my gosh, I don't want anyone to think I was ignoring them. Bama, when did you post in there? Oh, I know. My pup's like, yeah, get him, Bama, get him. Hit him with the rut. All right, up church. They said, get him. Yeah, I'm definitely a redneck. I'm a little bit of everything. Definitely a bona fide, certified redneck. Actually, I'm not, because I don't approve of a lot of stuff with redneck stuff, but there is a lot of stuff that is like forever redneck in me. I like pick like little like things that I like resonate with, like we all do, You know what I might start doing though? Recently I started thinking about collecting Pokemon cards. Like they have, and I saw it on YouTube. I opened up YouTube the other day, and you know how sometimes it throws up a video? It throws it up. It throws you a video automatically. Well, somebody was living, and I took it as a sign too. Somebody was living, leave it, Pokemon openings, like opening Pokemon special packs. And some of the some of the packs have like really, really good cards in them that are like a little something. And then some of them are like trash, but people will go ahead and like, they buy the card, they make bids on the cards essentially. So it's like a gamble, and then you get the cards sent to you. But I thought about doing that because I'm like, a lot of these people, there are women that do it too, but a lot of them are men. So I was like, Interesting. Anyways, food for thought. Deliverance is a movie. I'm bad at movies. I don't know if you know that yet, Rem. And that needs to be a poll in here too. Does Dutchie like movies? Kitty litter all over your driveway. Is that from the movie? Pokemon! Yes. What up, BB? Ew, does he make cards and sell them? Like Pokemon cards? Or like of himself? Probably of himself, right? Come on now. That's probably a dumb question for me to ask. Yeah, the dogs open the packs. That would be hilarious. But what if they destroyed a really good card? I'd have to teach them like on like a trial pack. Like slowly open it here and then I'll take the cards out. What up, Farms? Happy birthday! But I'm sorry, when I read that, I thought it was Jesse for a second. Because there's been a couple people in here chatting this morning. Happy birthday to you! Everyone say happy birthday to the Farms. Happy birthday to you. Your pup's feeling better though, right? I meant to ask that. Okay, you heard Pokemon. It's actually Pokemon. I used to love the Snap. I remember I like got it from Blockbuster. I want to say it was on 64 maybe. And you take pictures of Pokemon in the wild. All the games may be like that, but I just remember the Snap. I'm feeling all right. How about you? Yeah, 80 and batshit crazy. She's like, you just pretend, you know? And I was like, wait a minute, this could be a thing. Yeah, Rim. No, I'm thinking about 100 years old. Real fucking senile, in their fucking ways, stuck in it, making crazy ass decisions. But everyone was worried about Biden. I cannot. He was going through some shit too, but ooh, milk the goaties and drink some coffee. Doo-dah. Make sure you do like a little birthday skip on the way, you know? Set in motion. Maybe think about how this next year is going to treat you. It's going to be a good day. Oh, I'm sorry, Sonic. I hope your grandpa sends you lots of angel signs. What up, Shaw? Oh, it's not my birthday, it's Farm's birthday. Thanks, BB. Yeah, she has another trip around the sun, y'all. Shout out to Miss too. Another trip around the moon. Have you been in here before, BB? BB's about to make you breakfast, Pain. Pull up a chair. Birthday eggs with them Pokemon. It will. You're gonna run that itch. Thanks, Bama. Thanks for stopping in. We'll talk later. Have a good day. Stay hydrated. Don't let the trolls get under your skin. Actually, just laugh at them. I don't think that we should actively all go be pulling Harchez's, but Harchez has this unique way of just trying to troll them back in stupidity, like stumping them. But have a good day, Bama. Yeah, did you? Oh my god. Battleship. Holy smokes. That's probably what's happening. I have I have the two little battleship games too, like a portable one. I'm like, that's probably what's happening. What is on your face? Hold on a second. What is here? You'll get those milk from those goaties. Hopefully they don't kick you with their toes. I knew someone that had a fucking goat that didn't have land, and they were like, I just don't want to cut my grass. And I was like, you're ridiculous. But their goat literally was fucking nuts. Nuts. Oh, okay. Okay, BB, well, don't sit back and be shy. What, Wiser? What you mean? Join the circus? Yeah, everyone get a circus suit on. Decide what you want to do, what your act is. And everyone's like dancing. I'm imagining us all dancing. Oh my gosh, ask James. James is like all into the AI videos to make an AI video of us at the circus. Oh, is this your first time, Bama? All aboard! You've been upgraded to circus, to super circus leader. All of a sudden. You blessed us with your presence. See you later, alligator. Talk to you later, BB. Don't be shy. I was raised well. Joke's on you. I appreciate that. I raised myself. No, I give credit where it's due, but a lot of stuff was definitely definitely I don't know, give credit to myself too. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. I forget because if you're in Australia, dang, it's like what? Like almost midnight? Thanks, Jesse. Well, you got attitude because you are a mod? You just got here, Grandma. This is your first time. Yeah, he probably does call it the strategy board. Do all goats have zero brain cells? Yeah, teach me the ropes. I would like to have goats one day. They're so cute, but they are fucking crazy. This one was crazy. Like the one that the person I knew that didn't have land. The goat ended up breaking out and running off, and I was like, you should have had the fucking goat anyways. Like, it's wild. Oh, this budded. Oh. You're like, disgust. You're like, you gotta change the word. They hear that word and they're out. You already have what? What up, land? We're talking about land, goats, Farm's birthday because it's her fucking birthday. Bama's first time here. Jesse's been holding down the fort, teaching Bama how to be a mod. Oh, in the HOA. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that on my poll later. I don't want to hear other people's horror stories, but maybe people have like other stories to share about their HOAs if they have one. Smart enough to buy into something that doesn't have one. I poked fun last time I talked to the HOA pres though. I was like, we don't really need an HOA though, right? He's like, oh. I was like, oh, what? Come here. He was like, it would probably end up looking like, and I was like, shit, because a lot of them don't like the cursing. They're old, and then or they feel cool. One time he came and knocked on my door to tell me about some stupid shit, and he was like, I just want to let you know so you don't think that the HOA is a bunch of dicks, and he like quoted dicks. Like I literally did it like you guys could see me, but I was like, oh my god, that's what we're dealing with. What are you doing? I sorry, you heard me say open the door, and he's like, I'm gonna get him. Bama likes to call him House of Assholes. Kind of like that one better. I said Lance Stark, but it's Ian. That's hilarious. Were you in here before? Because when I saw Stark, I always thought of shark. So then I thought of Land Shark, which is a beer, I think. Yeah, there's a meeting. A meeting that I think that they're not trying to tell everyone. I'll still check my email later to give them benefit of the doubt, but they like to roll in real late and give people last minute opportunities, or do what they did and put that shit in tiny ass print where nobody, unless you get out of your car, there's no way that anyone can read that, and you have to have like the Zoom number and everything. And there was another time they wrote the wrong fucking Zoom number in there. Yeah, I don't think people think like how much animals, like farming animals such as even a horse, which you're really, that's like a personal thing usually. Maybe you're doing it for a business, but usually when you get horses, it's like you want horses or you have land for that. Like it's not like you're like, I don't know. There are different scenarios obviously, but it's different than maybe like what Farms is doing over there, raising animals to provide for her family, because only people are eating horses. Do you have horses, Jesse? Yeah, horses don't grow on trees. And neither does the road horses in this life. I feel safer on a horse than a motorcycle. That's about that. I would love to be one of those people that ride in town on my horse. I don't know if I missed that before, Jesse, sorry. And you really gotta take care of them too. I mean, you really have to maintain them and stuff. There's a lot that they need. I remember several years ago, I got rims for my tire from this girl out in the country. I'm talking about country. But she was like this rich girl that her parents just clearly bought her everything that she wanted. And show up, and the rims were impeccable. I got them for like $100. It was insane, and they had tires already. So like I was like, oh yeah, definitely gonna do this. And barely used, but she had dipped them, but you could peel the dip off, and those are fucking little things to me. Like you look at like the whole scenario of it being in good condition, and you're getting it for a really good deal that's like unheard of nowadays. But she had horses, and I was like, oh my gosh, are these your horses? Because they were like fenced in, but I couldn't tell if it was like maybe the neighbor's property or something. She's like, yeah, you can go up there. But you could tell that she was like already like, yeah, I've had them my whole life kind of thing. Like, it's whatever. I'm like, damn, girl, you even take care of these horses? I felt like they didn't have much to run, which is sad. I mean, in some bigger perspectives, it's still like they get a good life equivalent to what some get. Yeah, like horse training has to be like dog training times 5,000. I think it would probably be similar to an animal like respecting you. I went on a trail several years back, a trail ride, to get my horse feeling. And the guy, I felt like I had met him in a past life. He was like this fucking old man. I'm like, were you like my uncle in 10 past lives ago? But he was like calling me out my name and shit. I was in the back and I was taking off with the horse and stuff because I was like, I kind of know what I'm doing. Like, I'll be okay. But he's like, I'm gonna give you this one. She's real tough, and she was, but she loved me. We like bonded immediately, and she was like not with the horse in front of me. And I literally was telling the person like, you need to get your fucking horse away from mine. Like, you really do. But it was fun. Like the trail stuff is annoying, like walking, and then sometimes there's like kids and they got helmets on and stuff. But it's you get like the feel of being on a horse, I guess. But it was like very restricted. You really couldn't just like have like a nice little gallop. He was like yelling from the front of the line at me, and I was like, damn, this guy's got eyes in the back of his head. 80 acres, that's awesome. Yeah, this chick, they had acreage, but that's where I couldn't tell if it was the neighbors, like acreage, because they are pretty close. It's definitely nowhere near 80. It's like fucking like maybe 3 or something, which is not much at all. When you're getting an animal that needs to roam. Oh, so is she gonna pay for that shit? I would be like, you gonna pay for that? Oh, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know, but people be doing some wild shit. I would ask it. I don't know if you talked about finances, but I would see where she's willing to meet halfway if that, but also for your peace of mind, because there ain't no dollar amount on peace of mind. And I don't know if she's like telling you that in her words. You know how sometimes people tell you stuff and you start to think, oh, is it this way? um, Same with the neighbor that maybe leaving over here next to me. He gets sue happy and shit, so I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy. It depends on how close you are with her too anyways, but peace of mind overall. Sounds like maybe a headache. I'm like, can I ride that horse? That's what I'd be asking. Yeah, really though, but if you get a gate, that would stop that from happening, right? I'm assuming. Because I know here in my neighborhood, some of the neighbors that have lined up fences on each other, like some of them will agree to pay half and half, so everyone doesn't have to pay in one city, or one neighbor doesn't have to pay it all entirely, which I find is very interesting that I learned that here. But yeah, I don't know. Could be a peace of mind thing too. Hold on a second. Well, and it's like if you have animals too, like on a farm and stuff, everyone's like responsible, right, for their animals, but animals still do whatever the fuck they want to do, you know? So I think like the gates and stuff like that is important. That's one thing that does talk about here too, and all this stuff is really popping off in the neighborhood, like putting up a fence in the back would have been dumb, like just really a waste of money, because they still would linger around right to the T of the fence. So I'd rather them just not be doing that. But if there were animals, farming I feel like is different, because animals need to know where the cutoff is, you know. And sometimes they still dig around it. So it just depends on the animal and what kind of escape artists they are. They do cost a lot. They're not cheap. I mean, you can do fencing yourself, a lot of work. You're still gonna spend some money anyways, or you can find someone. But a lot of it takes time. So even if you were to find someone that may do it cheaper, if you don't do it yourself, they still take time. There was someone that used to come in my chat quite a bit. I'm like, where are you at, Whitehorn? Um, that did their own fencing, and I want to know where they're at. They were building their own fence and stuff too, and definitely a lot of work. That's for sure. I thought about making like fencing ish, like a block off area where they couldn't see over, because the plant back here, they finally cut this year. They haven't cut that shit in fucking years. And they're like, oh, we're gonna do you a solid. I'm like, yeah, okay. And they cut the plant, but they literally exposed a lot of my backyard, and the plant was like kind of like it felt like a shield of like some privacy. But I also, these neighbors are like, you give them anything. I had these little like tacky fences up at one point, like in the ground, little garden fences, like don't come over here. But they when it recedes, it's like the water recedes back here in the summer, you could walk like the other way and not technically be on property. It's a whole thing. Anyways, do the gold mine once. Oh, so the driveway would be close to where the fencing's at? Yeah, exactly. It just depends on what you're looking for. Now, if you're dealing with a neighbor that, like Rim might be dealing with a neighbor, um, that maybe they have the funds to spend and they become bitchy about how it looks, you know? But if you're in the country, you really need to, especially with animals, like you need to really be doing the most and the best, to keep them in. And I see where people like cop out, but if you're willing to invest into all these animals and stuff, like, which is a lot of money too, depending on your connections, I guess. I still feel like why would you like not have some good fencing? Obviously, money plays an effect, but if you're spending money on other things that require needing fencing to like separate the animals on property lines and stuff, then you should invest in like a good fence, or be able to like do it yourself and still have a good fence, because you can do it yourself. It is just a lot of work. So what do you do with the quartz? Like crystals, right? That's cool. I would be like using that. Can you use it? Maybe these are silly questions. Yeah, look, Horchance is like the a little creator over there. He like built his own pond. He's always picking up side gigs. We're kind of similar. We both are. We pick up random side hustles to not be having someone tell us what to do with their lives. Yeah, you got any suggestions on how to build a fence? Would you build a fence, Rim? Why would you think that it would be worth a lot? Because it's quartz? Send me, okay, let's go back to the community board for a second. I'm gonna get better at viewing my stuff. I actually didn't think anyone had posted on the community board. But post on my community board. You've been a subscriber for like a week now, right? You can post on my community board the rocks. I want to see what they look like. Because you know what's funny is just I was painting rocks on lives last year, but just a few weeks ago I was trying to find free rocks. Of course, like we would work out a deal if that were the thing, with rocks, but I was trying to look. I don't have Facebook Marketplace, or I don't have Facebook at all, but I'll go. It allows me to go onto the marketplace, and if I find something, I'll just like contact someone that has it, and I'll just go get it. Um, but I literally was looking up rocks, and I missed a really good rock deal because there's a section on the side of my house that it used to be a wooden deck, but then like the old owners didn't take care of it as well, and throughout the years it just like fell apart and it looked so gross. I tore it up. I was like, okay, I'm gonna tear it up, but it's just like a sand pit now. It's like nothing's going on. I thought about putting wood back, but the same thing would just happen again. So I was like, maybe I'll do rocks, but like bigger rocks because it is a lot of space. And small rocks would be like crazy. I'd prefer bigger rocks. But I missed the deal. I was so upset, and they were all for free, and it would have filled that spot. Because rocks are expensive, and I was talking about like a few lives back or several lives back about how I had this whole thing. I built this little landscape section on the side of my house by my garden, and I put rocks there, and I saw on the rocks there were like painted seashells, and I was like, what? It was crazy, but it did give me the idea to put the seashells that I had there. But it made me sad that rocks come from the ocean. Like, it was this whole thing. Someone else was talking to me about rocks. Was it you, Jesse? I was sad. I think it was you, Jesse. I was sad about it. I can't remember if it was a live or like a morning live. Why? Well, why? Maybe that's a brainstorming moment. Why don't you reach out to the friend? Rim, I have to ask. What is your Asian astrology sign? And are you? I hate when people ask me this, but your name doesn't tell me, and my name doesn't tell people either. It's annoying. But are you a guy or a girl? Because I almost said he earlier, and I was like, well, what if it's not? You know. I would reach out to your friend. If you have someone that has that stuff too, save a dollar too, for sure. Save many dollars or two. You may have to invest some time, but it's some hard work that's appreciated though. You look back and you're like, I did that. That's the things that I like about like doing things that consider hard work. It can be like, oh, you know, but then when you do it, you're like, I did that, you know? Yeah, what are you doing? That's that full circle moment of life. Oh, yeah. If I were you, and even I'm not you, and in this conversation, I'm literally like, that is what you gotta do. Like, that's how I see things too. Like, when things come to light like that, I'm like, oh, this is maybe the answer to my problem. Maybe it's not, but maybe you brainstorm and maybe it is. Doesn't hurt to ask at that point, and then you go from there if not, you know? Wow, that seems like heaven sent. Little archangel over there, and they have knowledge of what you need, and you'll learn stuff along the way. Maybe you go into business. Who knows? Oh yeah, that's definitely an indicator to do that. For some sheep on the farm, if you can have sheep on the farm and it's not going to be a problem for you. Yeah. And oh my gosh, I love needle felting. I said that before that I would love to have sheep for wool because with needle felting it's wool and then they dye it. I wouldn't eat my sheep, but I definitely would love to have some wool and give them some cute haircuts. Okay, okay. I'm just checking. I don't know. I felt like you were, but I was like, let me ask. Yeah, I'm like, two kids in school, like grade school, college. Hey, you didn't have to like give your name. I appreciate that. I was just like, okay, painting a picture. Computer work. Yeah, I'm gonna do some things around here. Me live in a little bit before it gets brutally hot out there. Charge my phones. Catch up on some things. Good chat this morning, y'all. I appreciate it. Everyone's stopping in. Happy birthday to Farms once again. Yeah, we may talk again, Jesse. I don't know if I'm gonna go yet. I don't know. Because it may get me like, I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll see. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. Good chat as usual. And we shall chat again soon, y'all. And yeah, Rim, put it on the community board. I'm gonna check out my community board. Put the rocks on there. I want to see what they look like. Oh, I'm sure they keep you on your toes. How long have you been married for? What up, fitness? Thanks, Jesse. I'm actually about to close the live. I'll be back in a little while, y'all.